Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Shadowrun Dragonfall. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as I give $5 to the dancer. There we go. And that's it. That's the update. That's all there is to see here in the Cruise Bazaar, because, you know, nobody actually has anything new for me. And in here, we do have somebody with something new. And you know exactly who it is, because last episode we finished Monica's quest line, I believe. So yeah, she has a special ability, maybe, and hopefully that's all that she has. Let's also go over here and claim payment of post-sale data, pending transactions, OTK financial records. That is only 490. Actually, it's 441. So that is it. That it is. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all the computer has to say to us. Let me save. There we go. Glory stands an introspective look on her face. At the sound of your approach, she turns to face you. She nods. Thank you for your help at Stella. I couldn't have done it without you. Well, speaking of which, I'm gonna say, I've been meaning to talk with you about that. After the thing that we saw in there, she says, I'm not surprised. Go ahead, Edie. I'm listening. And I'm putting on some socks because I sneezed just before I started recording, and I'm pretty sure you could tell in my nasally voice just then, but now I'm better. So, yeah, there's a lot of options here. We need to talk about what happened to you back there. There's a long pause before she responds. You'll need to be more specific, she says. When you killed Harrow, your hand was on fire. Call me crazy, but I don't think it's supposed to do that. Ah, that. Well, clearly something happened when I plunged my claw into the heart of Stella. But as to what that something was? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't like this. I can't believe you're acting so nonchalantly about this. I don't see why... I just don't see what panicking about it is supposed to accomplish. What happened, happened, and I've managed to take away some residual, if inexplicable, gain from it. How can that be bad? Don't bother answering that. It was a rhetorical question, and I can see that you won't be satisfied until I offer you some sort of real answer. She steeples her, his finger... What? Her. Was she? Yeah, her fingers, musing. Wait, is that... I wonder why that is. Am I supposed to be talking to the adversary right now? Anyway, I suppose it's possible that when the spirit died, some portion of its essence was trapped in the hand that I used to kill it. How could that happen, I'm gonna ask, and she says, we were in a place with different rules, remember? I'm already too far out of my comfort zone to offer you any real answers. Maybe it reacted to the orichalcum in the balm that I was wearing? I don't know. Anyway, the important thing is that some portion of the spirit, let's call it a residue, got smeared onto my hand in the adversary's domain. And somehow, back in the real world, that residue was, or has imparted me with magic. Whatever the reason, however, it's happening, I can't help but look upon this as a good thing. It's helpful, sure, but helpful and good aren't always the same thing. Call it what you will, she says. Whatever this is, it's part of me now. Let's change the subject. Is there something else that you wanted to ask me about? Oh yeah, there's things. Yeah, we killed Harrow, but we didn't manage to save any of the cultists. Not a single one of them. We didn't even try. She says, I wish that we could have saved everybody, but we made a decision to kill Harrow, no matter the cost. I won't second guess that decision now. Fair enough. She nods, and her expression softens. For what it's worth, we did save a lot of people back there. Harrow is dead, and Stella is gone. Nobody will ever be corrupted by that place again. For that, you should feel proud. Marta, you looked distraught when Marta died. How are you holding up? Her expression clouds. As well as can be expected. My feelings on this are complicated. I don't want to push you on this if you don't want to talk about it. No, it's okay. I should talk about this. Running from it won't help anything. She looks away. A part of me still loved her, I think, but the rest hated her for what she represented. Am I ultimately sorry that she's dead? Yeah. Killing her brought me no joy. But on the other hand, I'm not sure what the alternative would be. Well, maybe if the circumstances were different, you could have found some common ground. Maybe, maybe not. Regardless, Marta was damaged goods. I can't even imagine the amount of psychological trauma that she'd be carrying if she were alive today. It'd take her years to recover, and in that time, she'd still be dangerous. All in all, it's probably better that things turned out the way they did. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. Well, that's all my questions. Thanks for taking the time to talk. Anytime, Edie, and thanks again. I mean that. Okay. And that's it. I thought we were gonna have a little bit... Well, I don't know. I thought maybe we were gonna learn what that is in the ending vignettes. Because in the end, I think in the end of the game, we get, like, explanations about things. But, I'm sort of expecting us to understand a little bit better what that was. Oh, wait, I didn't spend the karma. My bad. So, I want to go up... Oh, what is that? Disarm. Forces the target to drop their weapon on a critical hit. That's decent. And there it is. 8 karma. Enough for me to spend a little bit. And for the first time in a long, long time, we're going to start a mission without the game telling me that I have karma to spend. Paul. Edie, greetings. Is there something that I can do for you? No. I don't need anything. Sorry to have bothered you. Yeah, because the missions are waiting for me. Wait, are they? Take the U-Bahn to the AS Technologies Berlin compound. They are. They are indeed waiting for me. Okay, let's go there. To the U-Bahn platform. Assemble the team and travel to AS Technologies Berlin compound to sabotage their, quote, bloodline, unquote, research project. And, I think Igar is probably going to be useful here. Blitz is definitely going to be useful. Should I bring Dietrich or Glory? Let's bring Glory and see if she... No, wait. I need healers. Yeah. This is going to be our team. I wanted to see if Glory has a new thing, but basically I switched between Iger and Glory. Because, you never know. As technology, a giant in the worlds of technological and magical research, one of the most powerful and feared corporations on the planet. There are very few places in this world that the tendrils of AS Technology cannot reach. Germany is no exception. The black glass edifice of an Asi pyramid dominates the courtyard of the Zitadelle Spandau, and countless others more innocuous facilities can be found all over Berlin. The lab that they maintain in the Jewel District is one of these. According to your client, the project that the Asis are working on here is dangerous. So dangerous that she's paying you to bring the entire building down. And I think I'm good with everything. We don't need to worry too much about stuff. I did bring some stuff, but we don't need to... Yeah, it's fine. The rest is going to be for me to pick up. I say it's fine, but I maybe should have had some drugs with me. The Jewel District is everything that your client made it out to be. Corporate complexes of all description crowd into one another, competing for the district's limited space. Lights burn in all of the windows, but the streets stand empty. No shoppers, no pedestrians, nothing but silence. Quiet out here. Friend of mine did a job here once. Told me that the local wage slaves are all issued, quote, efficiency apartments, unquote, deep inside the compound. Apparently the buildings are all linked up on an underground tram system. Bed to cubicle in less than 5 minutes. Most days the poor bastards don't even get to see the sunshine. Dietrich shakes his head. That ain't leaving, love. It's a slow death. Makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. I also saw this. You are leaving a controlled section. I got a bunch of new objectives. And it says Berlin. For some reason. I'm not sure if the controlled section is Berlin or what. Okay, what is this? Searching the dead drop, you find a package with the telltale markings of the Schockwellenreiter. Regarding AS Technology, this is an open request for research data from AS Technology Jewel District Branch. The ASIs conduct their research in secrecy. They use their money and power to obscure the truth. We will uncover their secrets. We will share them with the world. We will level the playing field between AS Technology and its competition. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information, Schockwellenreiter. Okay, so it's a good thing that we have Blitz with us. It's always a good thing that we have Blitz with us because we need to get into the Matrix. I think this game is better done with a rigger at the front, potentially, so you can not bring Blitz and have the initial team with you all the time. Your comlink buzzes. There's a series of clicks as the connection is established. A moment later, Paul Hamzel begins to speak. Alright, Edie, that's the AS Technology Complex, just in front of you. You'll note the heavy security posted at the front door. Those are AS Technology employees. They're dangerous to be sure, but you could probably take them out without too much difficulty. Unfortunately, the Azis have also contracted Knight Errant to protect this facility. They're the ones that we need to worry about. Just to reiterate, you'll want to keep a low profile on this run. Get in and out as quickly and quietly as possible. Knight Errant keeps a high threat response team on site, and you don't want to tangle with them. Trust me on that. If you do need to go loud, give it everything you've got. You're going to be reducing the building to a smoldering crater anyway, but I'd highly recommend stealth over frontal assault. Yeah, we won't start shooting until we run out of words. Good man. I'd begin by trying to find an alternative path into the building, something out of sight. Once the facility calls for help, you're going to be on a tight timetable. I don't like that. I don't like tight timetables. I don't like timetables at all. But I might be able to talk to the captain over there. Because, just because we need to find an alternative entrance doesn't mean we can't have a chat. A stern-looking young woman in the uniform of an AS Technology security captain steps forward. An assault rifle is slung over her shoulder, and she half raises it at your approach. This is a secure facility, sir. Show your ID or move along. No worries, ma'am. I was just out for a walk. Walk the other way. She shoulders her rifle, but keeps the barrel pointed at the ground. A warning, but not a death threat. Now... She shoulders a rifle. Oh, I see what that means. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, basically the stock of her rifle, she put it as you would on her shoulder for recoil suppression. You know, when you use a rifle, you put it on your shoulder so that the recoil of the rifle doesn't send the rifle out of control. Because if you're shooting from the hip, you can't control it properly. A shoddily built soy calf shop looks like it's closed. It looks like it's closed, indeed. We got a hatch over there. We got some people. A human and a dwarf, both in their early 20s, stand huddled in the courtyard. They don't seem to notice your approach. She's gonna be gone a long time, Mira. I'm getting worried. Aren't you? Now, she's my girlfriend, Heinrich. Of course I'm worried. But she can't handle herself. On the streets, yeah, but against the Azis? I just don't know. Now, she'll be okay. Brave words, but her tone tells a different story. It's plain as day that she's worried sick. Oh man, I don't know what to do, Mira. I still say that messing with the Azis was a bad idea. What else were we supposed to do? That compound of theirs is lit up like a goddamn Christmas tree. They've got more power than they know what to do with. We need that juice, Heimer. Our solar collectors are garbage. If we can't keep the lights on after a few days of cloud cover, how do you think we're going to survive the winter? I know, Mira, I know, but couldn't we have bought some second-hand panels? They can't be that expensive. She sighs. Well, we could have, sure, before Danny spent our last handful of nuyen on those forged keycards. She straightens up, puts on a brave face. She'll be fine. She'll be back in time now. Just you wait. I think that's meant to give context to somebody that we are going to find inside. Possibly dead. We're going to talk to Mira over here. She looks up at you, her expression guarded. Yeah? What do you want? I couldn't help overhearing you two. Going up against that technology, huh? We're not going up against anything. She gestures broadly at her own body. Do we look like Shadowrunners to you? We're just, improvising, trying to stay in business. He gives Mira a significant glance. The only way we can. Could you two use some help? It sounds like your friend has gotten herself in trouble. Her tone is sharp. We'll be fine. What we don't need is a stranger butting into our business. Just go away, all right? Have a nice day. Mira, look at him. That's a professional. He can help us. He takes a step towards you, his arms wide. Please, man, we do need your help. She just doesn't want to admit it. Tell her... No, let's not go with that. Yeah, you two are in over your heads. If you don't let me get you out of this, power shortages will be the least of your problems. Mira stares at you, her eyes full of mistrust. And then something changes and the brave facade cracks. Her face crumples. Yeah, I know. And I'm worried about Danny. She fishes in her bag for a moment and then produces a thick plastic keycard. She hands it to you. This will get you into the utility tunnel. Danny went down there about half an hour ago. When she left, she said she had she'd be back in 10 minutes. Find her for us, okay? Please, bring her back safe. So that is how you get in there. So we're not going to go in there right now, but we are definitely getting in there. There's another... I'm sure there's another entrance. I mean, maybe there isn't, but I would not be surprised if there was another way of getting in, especially because I saw a statue over there. And of course, we could just try to negotiate. We're probably going to need like an etiquette check or charisma check or something like that. Cheap corporate art. Looks like marble from a distance, but up close it's clearly made of injection-modeled plastikrine. I'm not sure what that material is. I know something that looks like marble that is made out of plastic. Sort of. It's also highly carcinogenic for the people who work with it. I know somebody who did work in those molds all their life, and yeah, they got cancer and died, unfortunately. This LTG tech's coveralls are smeared with sweat and grime. A scowl is plastered across her face. She takes a quick glance at you and then turns back to her work. Unless you're here to help me fix this panel, you'd better stay the hell out of my hair. Otherwise, I'll call security and have them drag you out. Let's have Blitz take a look at the panel. Quickly, Blitz shows her the problem. 2 mismatched connections. Hey, yeah, you're right. She looks up at you. The scowl has disappeared from her face, but she doesn't look happy either. Look, I really appreciate the help, but I have to do this myself. I'm already way behind, and corporate's gonna have my ass if I don't get it done before lunch. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, we don't need that. But there is a way to get in from there. It requires a strength 6 check, which is relatively high. How high is my strength? 10. Nah, it's not very high. It's just, you know, for strength characters. Okay, let's go in. I want to save her. Somebody spent a fair amount of money on this utility hatch, and it's plastered with anti-tampering warnings to prove it. Let's take a closer look. A cursory inspection shows you that the hatch has been mag-locked, a fairly sophisticated model from the looks of it. Short of using an authorized keycard, there's no way you're getting past this thing. Yeah, I have the keycard. The indicator light on the mag-lock changes from red to green. There is an audible thunk, and the hatch pops open, revealing a ladder leading down to the utility tunnel below. And we are now in the utility tunnel. This lock appears to be short-circuited. The handiwork of our friend, I'm sure. Those are robots? I hope. Yes. In an instant, you size up the scene playing out in front of you. Oh, do I? Oh, there it is. Yeah, there she is. A young elf dressed in the same shabby chic clothes that the cafe kids were. Danny, covered with cornered with no place to run. A pair of vast technology security drones closing in for the kill. The drones are low grade, but they're armed, and Danny's hands are empty. She's in trouble, and she knows it. The futility of her situation is written all over her face. An instant later, the drones' sensors alert them to your presence. They spin in unison to face you. Intruders detected, weapons detected, lethal force authorized. Danny's eyes widen, and she hits the deck. The panic spills out of her in a scream. Look out! And we're going to be fine. We're going to be totally fine. So, Dietrich. Okay, get me haste. Because good things are about to happen. They could happen better even with a cleave, but I don't trust any of this. That's -1 action point. That confirms that we can pummel. That's the pummel strike, yep. There it is, -4. We're fine. We're totally fine. And we got 1 karma for that. Danny looks you up and down. When she's finished sizing you up, she puts her hands on her hips and smiles. Thanks for the rescue. It takes a pair to bring a weapon into Azzy territory. Everybody knows that they shoot first if you're panicking. I wouldn't have risked it. It wasn't much of a risk. Those drones were second-rate at best. Well, you took care of them quick enough. Nice shooting, by the way. You saved me some real trouble there. The drones wouldn't have shot me, but I wasn't looking forward to spending the next week in an Azzy interrogation cell. I've heard stories. They're true love. Dietrich shakes his head at her. Word to the wise. If you're fool enough to try something like this again, carry a gun. Better to be shot than to let them take you. I'll take your word for it. I'm not planning on making a habit of this. She slaps the side of the power conduit with a smile. Then I shouldn't need to. The tap's all hooked up and ready. Impressive, says Blitz. Heinrich wasn't convinced that you could pull it off. Yeah, well, it's amazing what you can teach yourself to do when your livelihood depends on it. Blitz leans in to inspect her work. Yeah, that looks like a pretty solid net connection. Nice soldering job on those contacts there. I'd say that you're good to go. He straightens up, casts a glance back at you. You know, Chief, we could use this setup to our advantage. It wouldn't be too hard for me to manufacture a power spike from here. We could overload the Aziz's power grid without disabling the generators' safety overrides. It wouldn't cause any permanent damage, but the confusion might give us an opening to get into the building. Your call, of course. Just thought I should bring it up. Danny's eyes go wide. Whoa, hold up. If you do that, they'll trace it. As technology will find the power tap, and they'll come down on us. We can make it worth your while. No, you can't. There's nothing you could give us that would make up for what you're talking about doing. Please, just drop it, okay? You're right. Nobody needs that kind of heat. I'll find another way in. She breathes a sigh of relief. Thanks. You know, some people say that Shadowrunners are ruthless criminals, guns for hire, just out for the money. It's good to see that isn't always the case. I'm gonna bail out of here. I've been stuck in this tunnel too long already. And, like you said, the others are worried. But if there's ever anything we can do for you, come by the shop. You'll be welcome at our place for life. I think I will have to fight my way in now. So I can still overload. I thought this was the way in. Dang it. Shouldn't have done what I did. I don't think I can reload now. We have an autosave, though. I don't want to do it. I'll fight them in the face. Maybe I can still threaten the legs of that other girl up there. But anyway, Danny looks up at you with a smile. There he is, our hero. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for bringing her back to us. Yeah, thanks. And thank you for helping to keep the Aussies off our tails. If Danny had been captured, it would have been bad, says Danny. Mira reaches up, grabs Danny's hand, clutches it tight. Worse than bad, babe. A lot worse. Danny looks down at Mira and smiles, squeezes her hand tight. Anyway, thanks again for the rescue. We all owe you a lot. If there's ever anything that any of us can do for you, just let us know. I don't think there is. Not anymore. And also the shop, I have no idea where it is. You'd expect it's this one, but I don't think we're coming back over here. Because, you know, it's the only shop around. So, let's hope that I can still break some knees. It felt a little bit, you know, spur of the moment situation. That particular knee breakage thing. Because I don't think I can open that. Excuse me. Hi. Seriously, I'm on a tight schedule here. Leave me alone or I'll call the security. Oh, man, that sucks. Yeah. That's, we're gonna need to fight. But we're gonna do it next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Shadowrun Dragonfall. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.